For eons, the Demon Slayer community has theorized if the manga has truly ended, especially with the final chapter showcasing the Demon Slayer reincarnation team's future. With all seriousness now, will the Demon Slayer manga ever return? Well, in this video, we'll go over all information we have to determine if the manga will truly return. First, let's talk about the reasons why Demon Slayer manga might get a reboot, and then we'll talk about the reasons that says, well, maybe the Demon Slayer manga isn't going to get a reboot after all. First, when the Demon Slayer manga was actually rushed. Yes, it was rushed. The writer of the Demon Slayer manga actually wanted to spread the manga out a little bit longer and flesh out the things a little bit better. That might be why some characters like Open Eye and Sonomi didn't get as much screen time as we thought they would in the Infinity Castle arc. This leads to a lot of people thinking that there could be a path of light for a new Demon Slayer manga and possibly an anime that would come out later. We also know that the reason why he took this break was because he wanted to, actually hang out with his family. A lot of manga artists end up having an extreme workload and have to have an extreme amount of pressure put on them to make these amazing mangas. So it's very sad that they bring even sometimes even alive themselves. So it's very good that he's taking this break to work on his personal means. But then it leaves us with this possibility that we should be getting some entirely new content, some very interesting content as well. You see, in the final chapter, as much as you already know, we got to see the life of the Demon Slayer's reincarnations. We get to see them as high school students. Some are even older, and some have been marrying, but most of them were actually being reincarnated as what their emotions were in their past life. So if they were extremely happy and act like a child in their past life, well, now they're reincarnated as a child in their past lives. And it's mostly the same, besides some being sisters and others being brothers and switched around, like Nezuko is actually Zenitsu's sister, and Kano is actually Tanjiro's sister. So a couple of things are switched around. But this can lead us to a lot of interesting storylines. Very, very interesting. And since Muzan has actually been reincarnated as an evil businessman and one demon is still remaining, this could add a whole new story. As we see, reincarnation do retain some of their powers. Denetsu, after the current events of Demon Slayer manga, he writes a novel retelling the story of Demon Slayer. Of course, he is the main character in his novel, but it retells the story of Demon Slayer to the fact that even the reincarnations are actually reading this series. And the reincarnations in fact, retain some of their powers. As you see, Tanjiro's reincarnation can easily leap down buildings like it's a baby. It's really amazing how he's just leaving down these buildings, and it's not really explained where these powers came from. Of course, we know where these powers came from, and the reboot could be talking about where these powers came from, and could they possibly relearn the breathing styles, because it seems they still have it in their blood. Could they still have it to the strength to actually relearn their breathing styles to maybe fight a new threat? Maybe the new threat is Muzan. Muzan could be trying to take over Japan. I think the new Demon Slayer reincarnation takes place in Tokyo, so maybe he's trying to take control of Japan, or maybe he's trying to take over the entire world. Maybe he gets his demon powers back somehow, because we do know there is one demon remaining. So somehow does he find this demon, kill him, maybe take his power some way, because he is a powerful businessman, so he should have enough power to maybe do something like this. Then now we have to talk about the place that the manga might not be rebooted, and this is probably the sad part of why this manga won't be rebooted. Well, the reasons are, it just seems like maybe doesn't exactly want to make it right now. I mean, it's been a couple of years since the ending of the Demon Slayer manga, and there hasn't been any news about a new Demon Slayer manga. Maybe he's just waiting for the anime to finish, because once the anime finishes, the anime won't have to we won't have to wait a very long time for it to be animated. So I think that could happen. That is actually a very smart move if the manga goes first, so then we can actually get the anime to maybe be finished maybe a year after the manga actually started, instead of waiting around, 2 to 3 years after the anime finishes with Demon Slayer to then have to go on to the new Demon Slayer manga. So I think this is very good, and I believe it's also what Naruto did. Of course, Naruto with Boruto didn't finish as well, but one of the other reasons that he might not do it is because, well, he maybe just wants to take time with his family. Like I said before, a lot of manga artists just have a lot of pressure. So for him to just take some quality time just to hang out with his family and go back to, life, it could be what he wants to do. But I also think for him to create such a beautiful manga, he would have to really like making these mangas. And that's what I think could happen if there is a Demon Slayer reboot. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I just want to let you know I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers for end of the year. So smashing that button would really help me out. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see all of you guys next time.